Good morning. Do come in and join me. When you come in, say hi. Okay. Just waiting for someone to come on. And then I will get started. If nobody comes on in the next couple of minutes, I'll just get started anyway. And then I'll post this straight into the on-demand. Okay, so posting into on-demand means that you will then see it live for a little while before it edits up. And then I can go in and cut this start part off. So if you're watching this later on demand, give me a minute. This will be edited out. Okay, we've got one person coming in now. Good morning. Do come on and say hello. Introduce yourself. Tell me who you are. So unfortunately, we're doing YouTubes instead of Zooms. Means I can't actually see the other person, which is great for you because it means you can do it in your PJs. Not so great for me because I don't know who I'm talking to. So do come in and say in the comments what your name is. And where you're from. So you might be from a Dancin'Fit class, you might be a medium impact person, you might be seated yoga dancing, you might be from Fusion, you might be from the app or YouTube channel. Or if you're not from Dancin'Fit, then tell me that too. Say, I just discovered you on YouTube. So, which would be amazing if you just discovered me on YouTube. Do come in and tell me that too. Good morning, Lawn Fry. I'm on. Fantastic. Good morning, Teresa Mason. Tess here. Good morning, darlings. Good morning. Brilliant. Yes, I was just saying, if you're from a Dancin'Fit class, do come on and tell me you're from a Dancin'Fit class and which one. That might be a live and on demand. It might be seated yoga dancing. It might be medium impact. It might be a fusion class. So just give me a name and the class that you're from. But if you're not from a Dancin'Fit class, then that's awesome and welcome to Dancin'Fit. And just say to me, my name is Sarah and I'm from YouTube. Now you just discovered me on YouTube and that'd be great to know too. Okay, are we ready to get going? So today, you're going to need an elastic band and a piece of paper. I'll show that there, I think. The elastic band and the piece of paper. That's all you need for today. Again, really low tech and no money involved at all. If you don't have an elastic band, you can do that one without. You're fine. If you don't have a piece of paper, you can go through the motion and then later on in your own time, find a piece of paper and try it out yourself. Okay, I'm going to get going and hopefully if you click in later on, then do say hello. Okay, here we go. Okay, so today is all about hand arthritis. So we're going to start these exercises really easy, but it is going to progress, and it's going to progress quite quickly today because we've only got 20 minutes. But obviously when you're doing it at home, you do it in your own time. Okay, if you really like the series, I do actually have a very long hand arthritis series, which is on the Dancin'Fit app, which is the whole course is, if you type in Play Store or App Store Dancin'Fit, it will come up for you and you'll recognize the logo. You're going straight onto Fit in 5, which is fitness exercises you can do in under 5 minutes. Okay, Lawn Fry is back on live and on demand as well as medium impact. Whoop, whoop, yes you are. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do today, and I am keeping it really simple at the start, so stay with me because it's going to get more and more complex, but in a good way. Okay, nothing ends up being painful. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get our hand, we're going to stretch our hands out as far as we can go. So all these stretch parts, I'm going to be doing a lot of stretch parts today. The stretch parts are the most important bits. So if you kind of go out and in, and go, I've done it. It's actually the stretch part, so that's the important part, okay? So we're going to stretch our hand right out. And then we're going to rotate the hand back in. stretching back out, rotating in. But when we're rotating in, we're actually going to squeeze. So can you see I'm squeezing my hands in? Obviously, you don't need to hold your hand up. You're not a scout. I'm just doing this so it picks up on camera, but you can have your hand down. Okay, so going all the way out to its maximum, and then we're going to squeeze back in to its minimum, okay? This is actually called abductor-adductor training, which is tiny little muscles in your hands. Okay, so all the way out. Try to get that span as big as you can, like you're trying to play the piano and you're trying to do the entire octave at the same time. And then we're going to squeeze it back in like you're trying to hold water in your hands and you don't want any to escape. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other hand, going all the way out. So we're going to try and cover the whole octave at the same time, all the way out. You probably feel a little bit of tension coming in around your thumbs here. Or if this finger and this finger don't behave, then you might find they're stuck together. Okay. And then we're going to squeeze it back in, so we're holding on to our water as tight as we can. Okay. All the way back out and all the way in. If any of these exercises start hurting today, this is for hand arthritis. If they start hurting today, what you do is you stop and you come back later and then you carry on. Okay. If I'm doing too many reps for you, then you just do less reps. But do it and do it every day. And over time, you'll find that your hand arthritis gets a million times better. Okay, we're going to bring up one hand just like this. Now, you've seen me doing this one over the years a lot in classes. You're going to bring up your thumb. You're going to bring up your index. This is all about moving each finger independently to the other fingers. So again, if your little finger and the next finger up, your ring finger, are popping out together at the same time, then you want to be doing the exact opposite, okay? And we're going to do it again. Thumb, index, middle, ring, little finger. We're going to stretch them all the way out. Again, this is the abductor-adductor training. And this is all for hand arthritis again. Hand arthritis training is always gentle. It's always quite simple to do. It really is just a case of having the knowledge and then you can just do it. Now, why is my arm shot out to the side? That's simply so that it picks up on camera, okay? You do not need to do it with your arms shot out to the side at all. Okay, you can bring your hands right in. That's not a problem at all. It's just with me, that doesn't pick up as well. Okay, what we're going to do as a bonus is we're actually going to bring in cognitive function. And to do that, that means we're going to be working both sides of our body at the same time. That looks like this. Thumb, index, middle, ring, little finger, and stretching all the way out. Hold it. And shaking them out. Fantastic. That's brilliant. Okay, we're going to come up into our binoculars. Here we go. All the way up into our binoculars. So now it looks like you're wearing a bit of a Batman mask. Okay, all the way up. We're going to come down joint by joint very slowly. So I'm just going to show you that again. I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm just going to come joint by joint. So we're going to do that together until the backs of our hands are touching. We're going to continue all the way down as far as you can naturally go. You're then going to come back up. Back into your Batman mask or your binoculars. You're going to join both wrists together, coming on up, and you're now on out and into your lotus stretch. Again, very important, the stretch part. Okay, coming back into our binoculars. Fantastic. We're rotating on down. Give me both of the backs of our hands together. So this is all about manipulating those hands and those joints, but as gently as possible. We're going to come all the way up into our binoculars, into our wrists, on up, into lotus, and stretch. Fantastic. If you're a yoga teacher or you have experienced yoga in the past, lotus is a position and a name you've heard of a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what can happen on this one. If your hand arthritis is playing up today, this can look like this on the way down, or this. That's absolutely fine, that you can't get the two touching yet, that's absolutely fine. That happens with a lot of people. And what you'll find over time is actually the hands become more and more malleable again. And so therefore it's much easier to get the backs of the hands together, get all of those joints touching off each other again, and getting them all the way down nice and smooth. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a fun one. I did do this a while ago for brain training, but this also works for hand arthritis. You're going to take one hand out. You're going to touch your thumb to your index finger. You're going to touch your thumb to your middle finger, thumb to your ring finger, and thumb to your little finger. Let's do that together. Thumb to index, thumb to middle, thumb to ring, thumb to little finger. Brilliant. This is all about dexterity. So thumb to index, thumb to middle, thumb to ring, thumb to little finger. Brilliant. We're bringing cognitive function here, so we're going to do both sides at once. Thumb to index, thumb to middle, thumb to ring, thumb to little finger. Let's do that again. Thumb to index, thumb to middle, thumb to ring, thumb to little finger. Now, here's the bit that always catches people out. Are we ready? We're going to do the same thing, but we're doing it in reverse. This is just a bit of fun for our brain, but obviously at the same time, we are using, we are helping the hand arthritis by using the fingers. Here we go. Thumb to little finger, thumb to ring, thumb to middle, thumb to index. Try again. Thumb to little finger, thumb to ring, thumb to middle, thumb to index. Brilliant. Who found that much harder? For some reason, that is so much harder than the other way around. Don't know why. Okay, right, we're going to come on today. I want to talk to you just briefly. If your hand arthritis is very bad today, very swollen today, there's lots of things you can do. So you can bring your hands out and squeezing in, bring your hands out and squeezing in. Okay, you've seen this one before. If you want to level that up, you can go into a warm bath of water. That's going to give you greater movement on your hand and make it much easier for you to move your hand. So it's going to sort of take all the strain off of moving the hand. The warm water is also going to help on the joints, which means you're increasing your range of movement. If I do that in front of my black top, hopefully that will be easier to see. Okay, so that's this move here. Again, you're going to do that move on both sides, and this will help with your hand arthritis in the joints with the warm water in the bath. Okay, if you're not at that point yet, you can get a ball. Okay, when you're holding a ball, it must be a squidgy soft ball. It must be roughly the size of your hand. You're not talking about a massive ball here. Okay, you're just going to squeeze that ball. And you can also get grippers that you can squeeze as well. You're just going to squeeze like this. And that's going to increase the strength in the hands. Okay, that's not arthritis, it's strength training. But what happens a lot with arthritis is you lose your strength. Okay, so this is a strength training. Now, looking at strength training, here we go with the elastic band that I asked you to get beforehand. You can either use a big elastic band, you can double the elastic band. The excitement just doesn't stop, does it? So if you, I'm going to double mine. Oh, no, I'm not. Mine's just perished. Okay, I'm going to go for it anyway. So imagine I'm using an elastic band. Okay, I'm going to put the elastic band around my fingers. So that's from my little finger all the way to my thumb. Little finger to my thumb, okay? Imagine I've got it around the whole thing. What I'm going to do is turn my hand into a claw, okay? I'm going to bring that claw in like I'm holding on to something. And then I'm going to rotate that claw out, keeping the elastic band around everything. I feel like I'm cheating now that my elastic band's broken. I really do feel like I'm cheating. But honestly, this is a genuine really good exercise that works. Okay, so we're going to bring that claw in like we're pinching something, and then we're going to bring that claw out as far as we can go so that we're trying to stretch out that claw, a bit like you're a bowl and you're holding some fruit, okay? Keeping the elastic band around that claw the whole time, right from the thumb to the little finger. Again, what you might find is your ring finger and your little finger are moving at the same time. all that is training. You just keep training your hands to move independently. It really is a case of there's no mystery to that. It's just keep going on the exercises. Okay, you're going to swap it over. So the elastic band's now around your other hand. It's going around your thumb all the way to the little finger and back around the back again. You're going to bring the hands in as though you are pinching something. Maybe you're trying to pull fruit down from a tree. Boop. Okay, so you've got your hand in this position. You're going to bring your hands out. So now your hand looks a bit more like a fruit bowl. So you've brought the grapes down from the tree, and now you're going to put them inside your fruit bowl. Okay, you're going to bring that hand back in again. You're going to go and get another grape. You've pinched it, and you're coming out, and you're going to put it in your fruit bowl. And back in, back out, back in, and back out. That's it. Keep stretching that rubber band. Bring that rubber band all the way out and back in. You'll feel it really resisting you. You might want to start with quite a weak rubber band and then build your way up. There are actually yoga bands that you can actually buy to do this as well. Okay, that's the last one, and stop. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to go straight on to our paper training. If you have got a piece of paper, grab it now. Okay, if you haven't got a piece of paper, call out to whoever else is in the house, bring me some paper. And they need to make sure, you know, it's not your marriage license or your will. You want a blank piece of paper that you don't care about and you don't need anymore, or some sort of I don't know, free ads that's come through the door that you don't need. Okay, you're going to need your coffee table in front of you. Right, you're going to get your piece of paper, put it down on the table. We're going to use just one hand for this. The other hand is behind our back. This is also another brain training one, and it's great for memory capacity and all sorts, frontal lobe. It's so good, but it's also great for hand arthritis. A lot of exercises you'll find are great for multiple things, which just makes them even better because you're actually working on one thing at a time. So they're brilliant. Okay, so we're going to get our hand, you're going to put it down on top of your paper. The other hand is going behind your back. You're not allowed to move that hand. Remember, if you do, you're only cheating yourself. Okay, so if you use the sides of the table, if you use your knee, if you use your other hand, you're only cheating yourself. Okay, so you're going to put your hand down on top of the paper. What we're going to do is we're going to screw up that paper. With just one hand. You may find that easy. You may find that quite hard. I don't know. Right. Once your paper is screwed up, see, some of you are now going, is that it? That's easy. No. Okay. What you're going to do, see, you're going to regret screwing this up so tight now. This is why I didn't tell you beforehand. What we're going to do with this piece of paper is unscrew it, but just using one hand, not going against the sides of your table, not bringing the other hand or your knee or your teeth. Nothing, no form of cheating. Okay, what we're going to do is unwrap this, but as quickly as we can. Ready? 5, 6, 7, go. Unwrap your piece of paper. Oh my gosh, it goes all over the place. So again, this is all hand dexterity, this one. I want this to unwrap as quickly as possible, as smoothly as possible. If you're not talking at the same time, it kind of helps, but right. So I've got 2 corners out, I've got 3 corners out and smoothed off. And this corner, I did a good job screwing this up, I tell you that. Right. And we are in like Flynn. Okay. Did you get there? Did you get there? You might have got there faster than me, slower than me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to move my table. But obviously, if you're using a long coffee table, you're fine. You know what's coming now, but don't cheat. Don't go, right, that's it screwed up, because you know what's coming. You're still going to screw it up the whole way. So first thing we're going to do is put our hand behind our back. With our other hand, we're going to get our piece of paper, we're going to screw it up as tight as you can. Really make sure it's screwed up completely, right? Okay, once you've done that, you're now going to use just your hand and nothing else, no cheating. Remember, if you do cheat, you're only cheating yourself, okay? So we're going to get our just one hand and unscrew the paper. So what we're looking at here is hand dexterity, okay? How is the hand still functioning at this point? How are all the fingers functioning? Do all the fingers function? Can you put pressure on your fingers? This is all the sort of things we'd be looking at. Do you still have strength in your fingers independently to each other? All the independence training we've just done. So do have a look through that again every day, and you will be able to do this with ease. Okay, there you go. There's the paper back out and it's back to flat. Hopefully your paper's back out flat as well. If it's not, do keep going. Okay, that's fantastic. Right, we've still got 2 minutes and 36 seconds left. So that I don't know how that's happened, but that's absolutely brilliant. So there's a lot of things you can do for strength training, dexterity, hand arthritis, movement and control. But obviously, all the hand arthritis, it's not wandering off. Your hand is not wandering off by itself as an independent body part. It's attached to everything else, right? So one of the things it's attached to is your carpal tunnel, which runs from here and it goes up here. So we're going to do a quick carpal tunnel one now to end. So we're going to bring our hand forward. Again, I'm doing this out to the side purely because of the camera. You can do it straight forward, okay? You're going to turn your hand over and drop it down. With your other hand, you're going to bring in little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb and hold it. So we are giving a nice stretch here to the hand arthritis. We're also bringing in carpal tunnel, which is here. Carpal tunnel can shrink when you get older, and therefore that means instead of being able to do this, you're now in a situation where you're doing this, yeah? If that's you, that's fine, because you're just going to keep practicing every day anyway. So if today you look like this, all that means is you have a goal, okay? Your goal over time is going to be you look like this. Right, so we're going to hold that down into position here. 5, 6, 7, and release it out, shake it out. Give a lovely, great big shake around. Okay, with your other hand, we're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to bring our hands out. Now, obviously, you're going to have yours in front of me. I've got mine off to the side. Okay, you're going to rotate your hands, and you're going to drop it down. Little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb and hold it. If you are in classes with me during the year, you've seen me do this in every single session at seated yoga dancings and at fusion classes. The reason is this is so important. So important, this one. It has incredible benefits, so do persist with this one. Fantastic. And we're going to shake that all the way out. Whoa, give everything a shake around. Oh my gosh. Right. Let's just rotate everything. Just quickly, because we've only got 5 seconds left. We're going to bring it all in and out. Amazing. Okay, guys, I hope you had a good class today. I hope you found it very informative as well. I have tried to keep away from using as many medical terms and Latin terms and everything else as possible, because I think, one, it just switches your brain off, and two, that's not why you're here. You're here to get help and get relieve the pain. You're not here to pass an exam. So I hope that did help today, and I hope you found it interesting to watch, and mostly interesting to do and to repeat on a daily basis. I promise you, if you do repeat these exercises on a daily basis, you absolutely are going to get better. I told some of my guys this the other day, but I'm telling you now that one of my lovely ladies, when she came to me, she was a guitarist, ukulele player, trumpet player, all sorts of instruments, a pianist, and she was in bands. And by the time she came to me, she's in her 80s, and she could no longer play in bands. And obviously music, when you're a musician, a bit like being a dancer, it is your life. You can't do your main passion in life, you don't feel like you anymore. That's and I'm not being over dramatic. I have tried not dancing. I did. I honestly tried not dancing for 6 years, and I didn't feel like me at all. So I understood completely where this lady was coming from. So we worked on a lot of hand arthritis ones, as well as full body movement and cognitive skills, because obviously, you know, she still has a body of an 8-year-old, brain of an 8-year-old, etc. Everything has to keep going. So we worked on everything, but also a lot on hand arthritis. She came back to me, and only a few months later, and I mean only a few months, and she said to me, Alana, she said, I'm back playing in bands, and I've just done my first concert. And she was absolutely thrilled because the dexterity is back now to play all her instruments. She's now got so good that we're throwing a big party of 60 of us going for our 11-year anniversary at Dancin'Fit, and her band is actually playing at the big social at the do that we're throwing. So she's gone full circle from an ex-musician to somebody who could never play again, to somebody that's playing gigs. She's playing in big concerts. She plays every week in different classes. She's absolutely amazing. And now she's not the only story, but I thought I'd just tell you that because if your hands arthritis is causing severe pain, is causing severe swelling, limited movement, and your strength is going, that's not the end of your story. That's just where you've got to so far, okay? But now you've found this video, you can keep rewatching this video, and I'm telling you now, this is not the end of your story. You are absolutely going to be playing concerts or whatever you want to do in the end. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel. As always, it really does help me out. 45% of you that watch this channel have subscribed, which is, in YouTube terms, incredible. It is a massive amount for 45% of you to have subscribed. That really is massive, and I really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So that still means 55% of you, if you do have the time to click that subscribe button, which is underneath this video, please do. I really would appreciate it, and it would make such a difference to the channel. So as you're here, do wander around the rest of the channel. There's loads of goodies on here. If you've really enjoyed the hand arthritis, of course, there is the hand arthritis series as well, which has got lots and lots and lots of goodies on it to restore your hand mobility and strength for you, and get your lifestyle back, and you know, get you gigging again. Okay guys, have a fabulous day. Mwah! Bye.